Hey everybody, it's Molly with All Ears. I'm here at the Magic Kingdom today with a brand new video. I'm here to answer one of your biggest questions. Are Disney wait times accurate? You've seen that wait times have gone up tremendously since the parks have reopened. You'll see waits of an hour or longer at a lot of attractions, but are you really gonna spend all day waiting in line, or are those maybe a tad exaggerated? We're gonna find out today. I'm gonna do the park's biggest attractions, and I'm gonna share with you what I find versus the posted wait versus the actual wait. I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited. Let's get to rides. All right, I got my coffee from Fire's Nook, which is now open every day. When I filmed that video, it was only open on weekends, but great news, everybody can get tater tots. 55-minute wait here at Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, but we got coffee. Gonna head to the back of the line and start the clock. To make things a little more fun, a little more exciting today, along the way as I'm talking about each of these attractions, I'm gonna talk about some hidden Mickeys or some details for you to look for while you're on the attraction, starting with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. There is a hidden Mickey in gemstones above Grumpy's head when you're in the mine. Look for it. I'm gonna say it again. These lines look even longer than they actually are because you gotta space everybody out 6 feet. So this may still be upwards of an hour, but it looks like it's gonna take many hours. Man, should have packed snacks for this hike that we're doing all the way back through the, headed to Storybook Circus. When will the end of the line be? There is the cast member at the end of the line. So I will now be in line right here. 55 minutes, let's start the clock. I just made it into the actual structured part of the queue. It's been about 30 minutes. They did just announce that they're doing their cleaning procedures. That's something they do every 2 hours at every attraction. They completely sanitize and clean all the ride vehicles, so that does slow down how fast they load. Some rides shut it all down and clean all of them. Some of them clean every other, so it basically halves how fast they can load people. So I do think this one's gonna come pretty close to that 55-minute mark. There was about 15 minutes where I was moving very slowly, and that's because of the cleaning process, but they just came on and said that they are back. I've noticed that cars going by have people in them. So I'm at about 45 minutes right now. The posted wait time has gone up to 60, so let's see where it ends up. While I'm here in the line, I wanted to take a second to point out my new face mask. Isn't it adorable? I'm basically obsessed with it. This is part of the new collection, the Wishes Come True Blue collection, which Disney just launched a few days before I'm filming this. The proceeds go to Make-A-Wish. 25% of the proceeds go to Make-A-Wish for all the purchases. They have ears, they have a lounge fly, they've got shirts, hats, but this is the mask, and it's the first mask ever made by Spirit Jersey, the company which also made Spirit jerseys for it. So we'll link it, you can shop it, and some of the money goes to Make-A-Wish, which I love. And it's very comfortable. I'm wearing a size medium. Normally in the Disney mask I need a large, but this one's much more comfortable, and it's more true to size. The timer just hit the 55-minute mark, so that is the posted wait time. So as you can see, the actual is going to be a little bit over. Sweet, I got the last row. You can't request seats right now, but I always love being at the back of roller coasters because I feel like they give you more zip. And I'm in the next train. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train ended up being about an hour and 8 minutes in line. So if you take off that 15 or so minutes that I was waiting for them to clean, that's basically the exact wait time posted. So far seems pretty accurate, but we got a lot of rides to do. Gonna do as many as we can. Gonna try and hit all the big ones. We'll keep working on this experiment. I am headed now to do Pirates of the Caribbean, which has a posted 45-minute wait. This is one of the attractions that's kind of surprised me with how long the wait times have been recently. Because prior to the closure, this one didn't usually have a super long wait, and now it's not uncommon for it to have an hour plus and be longer than sometimes some of the mountains, which is kind of surprising. So we're gonna go check out Piratas del Caribe. I don't think I pronounced that right, but you know what I'm saying. In a recent episode of RTT, which is our new show, Remember That Time, it's our new AllEars show, lots of fun, check it out. Anyway, we had a debate whether it's Caribbean or Caribbean. Please weigh in the comments, because it was getting heated. Time check, it's been about 20 minutes, and I am about to go into the actual queue area. And our hidden Mickey we're going to look for at the end of the attraction, when on the right you've got the guys trying to get the dog to give them the keys with the bone, and on the left you've got Captain Jack. Look at the locks on the cell that Captain Jack has broken into, because they are in the shape of a hidden Mickey. Pirates of the Caribbean ended up being 43 minutes, so basically right on the money. I wasn't moving very quickly at the beginning, so I talked to a cast member as I got off, and she confirmed that right as I got in line, they were in the middle of a cleaning cycle, so that probably added 10 or so minutes. So hopefully what you're learning is, if you catch a cleaning cycle, that can make or break whether or not the wait time is accurate or not. I have seen Splash filled all the way in here, all the way back down here. So I've definitely seen it longer than this, but when I just looked at the app, it was at a 60-minute wait. But let's check it out and see if that's true. Okay, I just looked at the wait times. 65-minute wait, and the timer starts now. Time check, I've been in the line for about 15 minutes. It's moving at a fairly decent rate. Splash Mountain is definitely the most popular ride at Magic Kingdom right now. It's always been popular. And then the fact that they're closing it, we don't know when to reimagine it with a Princess and the Frog theme. A lot of people want to make sure they get their rides on Splash Mountain in the current version. So this is one, sorry for your hair, I recommend riding first thing in the morning. 26 minutes in, and I am inside the first enclosure. This line does seem to be moving at a pretty steady pace. Haven't, knock on wood, hit any long delays yet. So our hidden Mickey that we're going to look for on Splash Mountain is actually one of my favorite hidden Mickeys in Walt Disney World. It's right before you go over the big drop. Look to the left at the rocks, and there's actually a profile of Mickey's face. You can see his nose and his little snout, and he's looking at you. Good. Splash Mountain was only a 32-minute wait, which color me shocked, because that was one, half the wait time, and also the biggest wait time discrepancy we've had so far, which is very shocking to me because I thought it would be one of the ones that I waited in the longest. So what do I know? Anyway, I still recommend coming to Splash early if you can. This ride does have a lot of downtime, so sometimes it doesn't open right away. And weirdly, some of the animatronics weren't working right, and it was kind of funny. Like Brer Rabbit was like, and two Brer Bears were not jamming along. But I think I just hit it at the right time. So there you go, 32 minutes at Splash, posted 65. I just looked at the waits. Big Thunder has a 45-minute posted, so let's see if that luck can carry over next door. Looking for the end of the line for Big Thunder. This is it. It's kind of weaving down into the Tom Sawyer Island load area because Tom Sawyer Island is closed for refurbishment. Here we go. Let's start the clock. been about 15 minutes since I got in queue, and I just made it into the main part of the queue. So moving at a fairly steady clip through the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad line. Wanted to point out, I've gotten some questions on Instagram whether or not DAS, which is Disability Access Service, and Rider Swap were still operating, or if they had to go through the standby line as well. Yes, both Rider Swap as well as Disability Access Service, DAS, are still operating as normal. You can talk to a cast member outside of each individual attraction, and they will make sure to set you up on your Magic Band if you're using either of those services. So yep, those are still running. That's also why you'll see sometimes people go through the Fast Pass line or through another entrance. They don't have Fast Pass. They're just using, again, DAS or Rider Swap. Some of you might be asking, wait, Rider Swap? What is that? Rider Swap is a complimentary service that Disney offers at attractions that have height requirements, so that, let's say you've got two kids, one's not tall enough to ride, but one is. Mom and Dad, you don't have to wait in line twice. So you'll go talk to a cast member. They will put a special thing on your band. So that way, one person waits with Bob, who's too short, while someone else takes Billy into the ride. Then when Billy and adult A come out, the adults switch, and then adult B, who sat out the first time, can go through a shorter line to ride. And you can bring up to 2 guests with you, so 3 people total. So guess what, Billy? You can ride twice. But yeah, just talk to the cast members at the entrance of the attractions and they'll help you out. Okay, our hidden Mickey to look for at Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is right at the end of the attraction. It's on the right-hand side on the ground. There's 3 wheels, gears that make a classic hidden Mickey. Oh man, I do love Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. 32 minutes, posted 45-minute wait, so again, a little bit less. They started cleaning literally the train after mine, so caught a lucky break there. But again, about 30 minutes for Big Thunder, not too shabby at all. Haunted Mansion, it's got the second longest posted wait in the park right now. 60 minutes, 1 hour. The only thing longer posted is Splash, which still says 65. So let's hope that the wait for this is as quick and overestimated as Splash was. And start the clock. We got to get all the way over there. A few things. One, I haven't moved very much recently, which makes me wonder if they are possibly cleaning or if they've got a lot of wheelchairs they're loading or something, because this is an Omnimover style attraction, which means the doom buggies, the ride vehicles, you load from a moving platform. So in theory, they should never ever stop moving unless they're stopped on purpose for something like loading a wheelchair party, or if a guest needs a little extra time, or if they stopped them for cleaning. So in theory, this line should be moving consistently. That's clearly not. Number 2, I've got a whole video about the Haunted Mansion. There's all kinds of cool hidden secrets and details and backstory and Imagineering, and it's really, really awesome. So we'll link that for you. And lastly, our hidden Mickey is a hidden Mickey that the cast members made up, as opposed to the Imagineers. And it is at the dining room scene and the ballroom scene at the end of the table. 3 plates, 3 dinner plates and 2 dessert plates, or 1 dinner plate, 2 dessert plates together to make a hidden Mickey. But sometimes the Imagineers, when they walk through, they set it back to normal. And it's kind of like this fun little thing between the cast and the Imagineers. So that one might not be there every time, but look for it. Time check, 26 minutes, and I just got into the main part of the queue, weaving my way around the mansion. 26 minutes, and it's moving pretty consistently now. I love this queue. There's so much detail in here. For example, all the gravestones are honoring Imagineers that worked on the attraction. So Grandpa Mark, that's Mark Davis. Francis Xavier, that's Francis Xavier Atencio, known as X Atencio. He wrote Grim Grinning Ghosts, as well as all the words, all the narration that you hear from the ghost host. Mark Davis designed half of the attraction. He was always very whimsical and funny, so all the funny sight gags towards the end of the mansion, that was all him. And again, I've got a very fun Magic Kingdom or Haunted Mansion details video that we will link for you with a bunch more of that fun history and little things to look for. It's been about 34 minutes and I'm about to walk inside the mansion. Keep in mind that wait times used to be from getting in line to when the pre-show started. So in this case, it would have been when the stretch room started. However, they're not doing the stretch room right now. So I think that's part of the reason some of the attractions that have pre-shows might be a little overestimated. Haunted Mansion, Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, Flight of Passage, that sort of thing.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion.
Let there be music from regions beyond. Wizards and witches,
Haunted Mansion, posted wait 60, ended up taking like 35 minutes. So what I'm kind of starting to realize is that the later you get in the afternoon, it's about 4:30 right now, the more overestimated the waits are. That's what it seems like thus far. And I'm actually going to go get in my next queue, which is Peter Pan's Flight. 25 minutes posted on the app. So actually, I'm just walking right past it. It's right here. What am I doing? Okay, let's go. One of the hardest fast passes to get when fast passes were around, and it was always one of the longest lines. So it boggles me to even see it at 25 minutes. We'll see if it even takes that long, because it was usually hours without a fast pass. Look how fun this It's a Small World construction facade is. I have no idea what they're doing to it. My guess is they're just sprucing up the main entrance, but we'll see. But look how fun that wall is. A question I get asked a lot is like, what do I do in line? If I'm gonna have to wait in line for an hour at an attraction, what should we do? One, Hidden Mickeys. They're so much fun. I've had fun sharing a few with you today, but there's an official Hidden Mickey book written by Steve Barrett, and it goes through every Hidden Mickey. Grab that and do a Hidden Mickey scavenger hunt throughout the parks. There's plenty in the queues, and you can look for them on the rides. A lot of people like to play Heads Up or similar games on their phone with their group, with their family. If you've got little ones, maybe some coloring books, some sticker books, get some special ones that they don't play with all the time. That's what my mom used to do with me, so that they're excited to play with this brand new coloring book or this new sticker book or whatever it is that they like. Do some I Spy. You know what's about to happen. Poor Nana. Poor Nana. Poor father. One thing I've noticed the last few times I've done this attraction is that they've turned off some of the special effects. Like Tinkerbell still flies around the room, but the bell or butterfly thing that you do the shadows isn't operating. I think that's because they're trying to keep the line moving and too many people were stopping to look at Tinkerbell or play with the butterfly or something like that. So. Peter Pan's Flight, about a 20-minute wait, so about 5 minutes less. So pretty accurate, but also pretty incredible that there's only a 20-minute wait for Peter Pan's Flight. I'm headed to Tomorrowland for my next attraction, but I wanted to point out this is where the Seven Doors Mine Train queue is now. It's a posted 50 minutes. I think Seven Doors Mine Train is going to be one you're going to wait a decent amount of time in, no matter what. I would probably still head towards Frontierland first and do Splash and Big Thunder in the morning right away. Space Mountain is one of my all-time favorite Walt Disney World attractions. It's my favorite of the Triple Mountains, and it looks like, if I can read the sign correctly from this distance, nope, still 35. I thought it maybe said 25. Got to figure out where to go in this maze, though. to start in the queue. I think it's all the way over here. Let's start the clock. Here's my Space Mountain adjacent Hidden Mickey. It's right there in the gears at the Tomorrowland Power Company, which is the gift shop. You see those main gears right there? That makes a little off kilter, but a Hidden Mickey. Space Mountain, so much fun. An absolute must-do for me when I'm at Magic Kingdom. 18 minutes is how long it took me to get all the way through that queue, and most of it I was moving pretty quickly. That's just a really long queue to begin with, so again, this is definitely when I say wait till later in the day, because it was at an hour this morning, and it just took me less than 20 at about 5:30 in the afternoon. I think I got pretty lucky today. This definitely isn't as crowded as I've seen it on other weekend days. It's pretty low crowds right now, so I don't know why. I just got lucky, I guess. But the 7 attractions I definitely wanted to do, I've done. So now I'm going to just check out a couple more. It's about 6 o'clock. Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh has a 25-minute posted wait, so I figured we'd go check out that. Looks like the end of the attraction is right here along the side of where the meet and greet used to be. So let me find my mark, start the clock. Here at the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, I'm gonna give you a hidden Mr. Toad instead of a hidden Mickey, because it's a fun little detail to look for. Now, you may know that Mr. Toad's Wild Ride was the opening day attraction in this spot, and it closed in the late 90s to make way for the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. But it's all good. It's all good because Mr. Toad was in on the deal. He knows it happened. So as you go through Owl's house, you can actually see a portrait of Owl being handed the deed to the property by Mr. Toad. It's pretty cute. I'll show it to you. A fun little Winnie the Pooh tidbit as I'm looking at this absolutely no gopher sign in Rabbit's Garden. Gopher was a character that Disney made up. You may know that the original Winnie the Pooh characters were written by A. Ed Milne, the British author who wrote them for his son. Look, there's Gopher. He's popped up over there. But Gopher was added by Disney in the 70s when they acquired and made the story, or the animated feature, The Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And at one point, someone tells Gopher that they're going to look him up and give him a call, like look him up in the phone book. A phone book, kids, was these giant books that used to get delivered to your house with everybody in your city's phone number for you. Sorry, had to explain that to the youths. Anyway, Gopher says, "You can't look me up, I'm not in the book," which is a hilarious joke because he means he's not in the phone book, but he's also saying he's not in the book of Winnie the Pooh. Hadn't moved in a few minutes, and I looked over and the cast members are starting to do the cleaning cycle, and just as I noticed that, they also came on the speaker and said they were doing cleaning, so we'll see how long it delays. Cleaning did not take very long at all, and we're back to loading guests into their honey pots.
Come bounce with me. Phew, I almost bounced right out of the ride.
The Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, hitting a cleaning cycle was still like 22 minutes, so just right around that 25-minute posted wait. If I hadn't waited for 5-10 minutes because of that cleaning, it would have been about 15 to 20. So again, later in the day, these lines are definitely dropping, and they're definitely lower, or to begin with, they're lower posted waits, and then they seem to be a little bit lower than they actually are posted as well. The last attraction I'm gonna do today is the Jungle Cruise, another delightful attraction. So I'm gonna head to Jungle Cruise. It's about 6:30 right now. Park's open till 8. Jungle Cruise in the app this moment, It's a posted 45-minute wait. It's one of the highest waits in the park, along with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Splash Mountain. Great news, as I was just walking into Adventureland, I checked the app again. Jungle Cruise has dropped to 20 minutes. Let's see if that's accurate. That definitely tells me 45 would have not been accurate, considering that was about 4 minutes difference of me checking the app. 20 minutes. Let's go. Starting the clock. What I'm kind of thinking about Jungle Cruise is that you either want to come early or late, because most people don't run to this one early. They go to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or Splash or Space. I do still recommend going to Splash first if you can and if it's operating, but I feel like Jungle Cruise is when people just kind of stumble about when in the middle of the day they end up here. So I'm moving and grooving through this line, but throughout the middle of the day it was 40, 45 an hour. I've seen it higher than that on other days as well, as we monitor the wait time. So that is what I'm thinking about Jungle Cruise.
Oh, that's my camp. Looks like my family's in town again. Uninvited. So good to see you. You shouldn't have come. That is my Jeep, though. Wouldn't turn over for me this morning. Looks like they're good for something. Oh, no. Hippos. Oh, they're the most dangerous animals on the planet. They could very well charge the boat. The good thing I only take cash. Check. Yeah, we'll be just fine.
Jungle Cruise ended up being about 10 minutes to get on a boat, so half the wait time right now. Also, as I was on the ride, I was like, oh, ruh-roh, I forgot to tell you guys a hidden Mickey, so rewind that Jungle Cruise footage. Hard to see because it's in the cave, or not the cave, the chamber? Ruins, the ancient ruins. There's a spider on the right-hand side of the wall, and he's got a hidden Mickey on his back. Well, friends, that is a wrap on my wait times in the Magic Kingdom video. What I found for the most part was that the wait times in the middle of the day, even though they were long, they were pretty accurate. The only attraction that went over was Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Again, I got in that line around 11 o'clock and ended up being a little bit longer than the posted wait time because I caught a cleaning cycle, followed by Pirates of the Caribbean, which was basically the exact wait time posted. And so those were the rides in the middle of the day. As I kept going throughout the day, the attractions kept getting lower and lower based on their wait time. Splash Mountain was about half of it. Thunder Mountain saved a bunch of time. So what I'm thinking is during the middle of the day, your longest part of the day when most people are here, that's when the lines are going to be the longest, and then as the day continues, they're going to go down. I don't want to tell you not to get here right at open. If you have a bunch of things you want to do, then by all means get here at open, start getting those attractions done, check those things off the list. I don't know if you'd be able to do every single thing in the park like I did in that video a couple of months ago. I did 28 different things in Magic Kingdom, literally everything Magic Kingdom has to offer, including the longer shows like the Hall of Presence and the Carousel of Progress. I think you could get some of those done, of course, but I don't know if you could get all 28 done with the wait times the way they are. But I was able to do 9 of Magic Kingdom's most popular attractions, and I was here on a Sunday from about 11 to 7. Granted, not the busiest Sunday I've seen, but still, I do think you're going to be able to still have a great day. Let me know in the comments what the wait times have been like in your experience. But for the most part today, they were overestimated what the actual wait time was versus the posted wait time. In the meantime, friends, make sure to check out the series. We're doing this at all of the parks as well as Universal. Make sure to check out the videos that have come out and stay tuned for the ones that haven't. Make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram at AllEars.net. And until next time, y'all, I'm Molly, and it's been magical.
Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.